But you know how they have the Darwin Awards for people who do really stupid things? And then you know how they have the Peabodys and the Emmys and the Tonys? We're going to have the Kankies.
Kyle Rittenhouse testified in the homicide trial against him, something that was unexpected considering usually those who stand trial do not take the stand unless the defense believes that it will help their case.
No shit, Sherlock.
So obviously Jacob Blake shot 7 times in the back again, right in front of his family, right in front of everyone for no reason.
Listen, Kank, you seriously need to seek mental health.
Let's start there real quick. Cops, oh, well, hey, you know what? He was going to the car. He might or might not have gotten anything out of the car, so let's murder him.
We see you walk away from the officers after they try to grab you.
I'm rattled, you know. I realized I had dropped my knife, that little pocket knife.
Because that's what we were taught. Stop pretending that they don't teach cops to murder people on the off chance that they might present a danger later.
This guy is so stupid. I don't even know if you can hear me. This guy is so stupid. I mean,
so they never saw a weapon. From the video, it doesn't look like that at all. They won't even say who the cops are because they're so worried about protecting their beloved cops and their beloved right wing.
The knife itself is pictured there. It's a razor blade type knife.
During the investigation following the initial incident, Mr. Blake admitted that he had a knife in his possession, and DCI agents, that's the Division of Criminal Investigation, recovered a knife from the driver's side floorboard of Mr. Blake's vehicle.
So don't trust the cops. They're the right wing's Gestapo. They're their hired security guards, and they brutalize this. It goes all the way back to the slave patrols. They're taught to brutalize poor people, and certainly, especially African Americans.
Oh my gosh, people watch this guy? He has a big audience. And listen, I'm a free market capitalist. Knock yourself out, brother. I'm sure everybody loves your show, all these liberal kooks, but if you think you're getting any pearls of wisdom from Kank and the Young Turds, you are out of your mind.
Then this guy, Kyle Rittenhouse, appears to on the video go be part of this militia that have the weapons. A guy gets shot in the head. Look, they apprehended him. They'll have to decide in court exactly how it went down. But on the tape, it looks like a guy gets shot in the head, and then Rittenhouse appears to walk out of there. You'll see it for yourself. You make your own judgment call. And then eventually in this country, we're supposed to have justice. You go to the courts, and you figure out if he actually did it or not.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty.
Okay? Then he walks into a crowd, and the crowd is chasing him, and they got some courage chasing that guy with a gun after he just shot somebody. It appears in the head. And then he falls down, and then he starts shooting randomly at people, just shooting randomly. Then he walks back to the cops like they're his goddamn best friends, which they are. He's got the long gun. He just shot a whole bunch of people, and the cops let him walk right up to the car. If that's a black guy with a long gun, the cops don't let him walk up to the cop car. They shoot him dead, and you know it. They shoot him dead without the long gun. They shoot him in the back. This guy walks up to the front with the long gun. Hey, guys, by the way, I murdered a bunch of people. And, you know, he's going in to complain. It's a definition of white privilege.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty.
Kank loves to yell, by the way. Just he's got a bunch of legendary videos about. He thinks if he screams louder, his point's going to be made.
It's getting to be goddamn ridiculous.
The jurors got the real information, and the jurors made the real decision. Kudos to the jurors. The jurors had to sit up there and hear the pressure from this mob with their loudspeaker. Kyle, right on, Kyle. You earned this today.
Okay, what's your name, sir?
Brandon.
Brandon.
Last name, Brandon?
Lesko.
Lesko, L-E-S-K-O.
What's your name?
So that's some of the message that you could hear out here on the courthouse steps.
But they consider him to be a hero. He is their Spider-Man, basically.
Do you know Peter Parker, who's Spider-Man?
Yes.
Is that him?
No.
Is that him?
Oi!
Y'all don't gotta be my friends. Y'all don't gotta like white men. Y'all don't gotta hold my hand. Y'all don't gotta have my back. Y'all don't gotta see my side. Y'all don't gotta be down to ride. Y'all don't gotta do anything but ghost. And I'ma do me even when it's the most. Yeah. Straight white man. I have it all. I'm the one that you love to hate. Straight white man.
So now the latest thing is he didn't notify the court about his change of address. That led to the judge, by the way, telling Rittenhouse that he needs to stop hanging out with white supremacists and he shouldn't be drinking.
I don't want to deal with what media reports that are inaccurate. There were some very careless reports in the paper the other day portrayed it that I had prohibited the defendant from associating with white supremacist groups. There's nothing in the order about that.
The judge, by the way, telling Rittenhouse that he needs to stop hanging out with white supremacists and he shouldn't be drinking.
White supremacist groups? There's nothing in the order about that.
No, you got to remember, guys, people generally don't know the news nearly as well as you do if you're watching the Young Turks. I'm being serious about that. Well, Kyle Rittenhouse went, as it appears, based on the charges, as part of a militia. So they're not even right about the facts.
First video was Kyle Rittenhouse literally chasing a protester into a parking lot.
Rosenbaum now starts chasing Rittenhouse and throws a plastic bag that holds his belongings from the hospital.
Now, I know you're okay if he went to go shoot black people, but what if it was a black guy who came to a right-wing rally with a weapon and a Trump fan threw a plastic bag at him? Do you think it would be okay for the black guy or the Muslim guy or an Antifa guy to kill people at a Trump rally?
Then you see video of protesters trying to take his gun away because obviously we're dealing with a 17-year-old from out of state who shows up to Kenosha, Wisconsin to cause trouble.
Oh, he didn't technically shoot black people. He went to go shoot black people, wind up shooting 2 white people.
He crossed state lines with a weapon that he could not legally have in his possession.
He was in possession of an illegal weapon, with an illegal weapon, an AR-15, that he had no business being in possession of.
Meaning he traveled across state lines with an illegal weapon.
He drove from Illinois to Kenosha, Wisconsin, and proceeded to open fire, shooting 3 people in total. 1 person was injured, 2 people died.
He traveled there from out of state to cause problems.
He shot and killed 2 people in a state that he doesn't even live in with a gun that he illegally obtained. And then he crossed state lines with it. Now, again, he drove from Illinois to Wisconsin at the age of 17, decided to travel to Kenosha, Wisconsin, and kill 2 people. No one told you to go to Kenosha, Wisconsin. No one told you to do that. You did that.
Is it the 17-year-old who crossed state lines with an illegal gun and then proceeded to shoot 3 people, killing 2 of them?
He drove across state lines with his family.
Kyle Rittenhouse didn't live in the state. He traveled across state lines to protect someone else's private property.
The 18-year-old who has been charged with the fatal shootings of 2 demonstrators in Kenosha, Washington.
Kyle Rittenhouse went somewhere he didn't belong with a gun he never should have had to kill 2 people.
So for me, the only thing that's an open and closed or open and shut case is the charge regarding his illegal weapon. He has already admitted on the stand that he was in possession of one.
He was also in possession of an illegal weapon, considering the fact that he was 17 years old at the time.
He went there with an AR-15 for no goddamn reason, looking for trouble. He started the trouble, and then he murdered people.
The one charge that Kyle Rittenhouse confessed to being guilty of on the stand, and that was being in possession of a weapon that at first was thought to be an illegal weapon. But it turns out that because of how Wisconsin has written its gun laws, there's a loophole that Rittenhouse was able to take advantage of, and in this case, the judge has decided to drop that charge.
And how he's become the poster child of one of the talking points of this ridiculous cult that follows Donald Trump.
He doesn't know anything. He's never had any meaningful political experience at all. His only experience is killing people he thought were left-wingers. Oh my God, somebody threw a plastic bag at me. I must murder them. Oh, look, there's a guy with a skateboard. He hit me with a skateboard. I will now murder him. Regular people don't kill people that hit them with skateboards. They feel bad about it. Like, oh, that seems like overreaction. Right-wingers think perfect excuse to murder them. I hope they put him away forever and ever and ever. But go through the actual process, because we believe in justice and we believe in the justice system.
So we'll see how it plays out, but the evidence did show that he had a reasonable belief that he was under an imminent threat, which is why he used his weapon. I think it's going to be incredibly difficult for the jury to deliberate and decide that he did not use the weapon in self-defense, but we'll see how it plays out.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty. As to the fourth count of the information, Anthony Huber, we, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty. As to the fifth count of the information, Gage Grosskreutz, we, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty.
Members of the jury, are these your unanimous verdicts? Is there anyone who does not agree with the verdicts as read?
The thing I'm getting really tired of is the right wing becoming the arbiters of how we all live our lives. I'm sick of it. Am I saying that I'm better than you? I guess I'm going a little further than you are. Yeah, I'm fucking better than you, okay? Much better than you. You are garbage. The right wing becoming the arbiters of how we all live our lives. Yeah, I'm fucking better than you. Like, how selfish, self-absorbed, and narcissistic can you possibly be? You're garbage. And you can call me a social justice warrior. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. At this point, I don't give a shit. I'm sick of it.
I am your voice. You're a white right-winger, you're God in this country. You're above the law, you kill anyone you like. God damn it, I'm tired of it.